So here I am recording on the computer, and what I've done here is open a file 8.5 by 11 by 72, and I'm making 4 quadrants, 4 inches by 4 inches. So I'm going to take the crosshair here and drop it in the center. There's 0, and here's 4 inches. And I'm giving you, again, for the recording, I'm giving you techniques. You're not going to be using a banana. You're going to be using a clock and a squash head, which I will furnish you in the folder after we get done looking at videos next week. So there's quadrants right there, 4 quadrants, 4 inches by 4 inches, because I took the crosshairs and I put it right dead in the center, and I moved the 0. If I double click on these crosshairs, it'll move it back to the top left-hand corner. And I am going to scale us down. Shift. Oh, I don't have to do shift anymore. That was an old Photoshop. I used to scale in proportion. If I do shift, it actually scales out of proportion. We changed that keystroke just recently. Command T is the transform, or edit transform scale. So I guess that's okay for now. And what I want to do is get another image file, open flowers. There's the flowers, and I'll drag that off, and I'll drag this in, and it turns gray because it's grayscale. So I want to go Command T, edit transform scale, scale this down. So they fit, and that's okay. Well, if I was to follow these quadrants, I'd scale it down and use the guides that I set up, which you will have to do. And so I'll do that just for demonstration purposes. And what I want to do here is come up here and get rid of the background. Now, of course, this gray backgrounds. So I can choose one of these. Oops, I want to choose the area, not the color, not the area. Now, I can use the object, but I'm going to use the magic wand because I think that works better in this case. I'm going to shift key down and get it all. That's at the 30-point tolerance. And I will not know if you're doing this or not, but I'm going to go layer mask because that's what I am practicing and advocating, because you're gonna flatten this image to submit it. And I'm just going to compare it to the image that I give you. But I'm going to use my layer mask here. And of course, if it filled, if it didn't work, I'd go X and toggle foreground background colors, but it worked. Command B, and then I'm going to go and say, I'm going to change the layers here and put a, and I'm going to duplicate this by, I can go duplicate them up here, duplicate layers, duplicate layer, do that up there. Okay. Or I could duplicate it by dragging it down and putting it on that icon. Ways to duplicate. And then I'm going to go edit, transform, flip horizontally. No, I want to flip vertically. Edit, transform, flip vertically. And I get this. I'm getting something going here, some kind of composition going here. And push that back a little. I'll go down to this bottom one and I'll change the levels here, make it darker. Command L, and go from the midtone and make it darker. And so that shows me I know where levels are, and or you know where the levels are, image adjustment, all of these things, levels, curves. None of this works because it's a grayscale. And then I want to go, I'm going to go and I'll make a well, let's do this first. Let's make some option from center, shift, make some white. I'm on the right one, white circles to match what's above. This is, I'm doing it by the keystroke, but I'm going to go and do this one a little differently. I'm going to go Command D. I put it on, I'm going to go on its own layer just to make sure I do this technique. This is Option Shift from the center and Option Shift from the center. Oops, it's not from the center. Command Z. Option, that's a minus. So I'm taking away from that selection. Let's get up closer to see this. So I'm going to go Option. I got, this is a selection. That's not the selection. Go Option, Shift, perfect circle. And because I'm in that minus key, it's not going from the center, which is unfortunate. It doesn't work that way. Command Z. So I'm going to have to go Option, that's minus, from, I'm subtracting from the selection. And I want to make a circle, but I got to go from the edge because I already got my Option key down. And that is not quite centered. And the problem here, oh, let me do it again. Option minus there. Now I'm going to go, I'm on my own layer. So I'm going to go Edit, Fill, background color. That would be Command Delete on the keyboard. So there I got a hole in the selection. Of course, I could go over here and do the same thing, not with that technique, but oops, but with just coming in here and going and Option Delete. So, and I won't know what to do the way I did it here or the way I did it here. That's up to you. Well, I'll do it one more time here, just to be, so it's all of a kind. All right, now we got something going on here. The next thing I'm going to try to do is make this shadow on this banana. I'm going to go and invert these colors here so that the image, the darkness is on the other side. This is to show that you understand where all this stuff is. I'm sleeping down here. We kind of started the entire semester off with invert. There, put the shadow on the other side. And now I'm going to make the shadow out of the banana for the banana. I'm going to make the banana a little bit smaller so I can see the shadow. And let's turn the banana. That's Command T. I won't be able to do this. I'm going to move that down. And now I'm going to make a shadow. one more to make a shadow. This is a way to make a shadow. I'll make a selection of the banana. So select, load selection, layer number 1, transparency. Okay, there's a selection of the banana. And I'm going to save that select. Well, I think what I'm going to do first is if I would have put the what I'm going to do first is feather it. Select, modify, feather. And I'm going to do, this is a 72 DPI image, so it doesn't need to be feathered much. If it was a 300 DPI image, they'd have to be feathered more to get the same feather. So this feather is in ratio to the size resolution of the image. So I'm going to just do 8 pixels this time. So, okay. And I'm going to select, save selection, and I'm going to call it shadow. Okay. I'm going to see what my what it looks like. Command D. There is my feathered banana. And now I want to make sure this selection is deselected, not selected. And the reason is if I was to have this selected shadow, okay, that selection on the mask, and I start to transform the mask, the selection is going to interfere with my transformations and leave a little white line. And so I don't want that, but I do want to transform the mask so it looks like a shadow is falling on a plane. And I can look at the banana at the same time I'm doing that to see where the banana is. And now, but you can see I'm engaged in the mask. So I'm going to go to edit, transform, and do something that is pretty simple, historic. So it's not, that'll work, historic. So yeah, I'm lying the shadow on the background like that with a trim. And now I can use that to make I can load that selection, select, and I'm gonna go, okay, I'll load the selection and then I'll go put it on the right layer. Shadow, okay, now that selection is loaded. I don't need to look at it anymore, but I need to put it on a background layer so the shadow will not be on top of the banana, of course. So there's the selection. And now I'm going to go to my gradient and make sure that gradient is black to white because I want it to fall off like the shadow does. And I go like so, and that's beautiful. It's beautiful. Command D. So there I have a shadow on my, it's on a background layer, so I can't move the banana. Oh, I can move the banana, but I'll move off the shadow. And now I am at the point where I can see. I'm looking at the example over here. Oh, I moved my flowers. There we go. Now at the point where I'm just going to make sure that we know how to do a brush. That's how we started way back when. A brush, black, soft, of a certain size, and I'll do what am I going to do here? Do a soft little swirly thing. See, I'm on my background layer, and now I'm going to make this gray, so you know how to use a color picker. Gray. And I want to go up here and see if this is just like a demonstration. We're demonstrating, you know, where all this stuff is. And now I'm going to go, but I can't help. This is a hard brush. It's kind of jerky. It really has this, oops. Anyway, that does that. And there we are with everything. Oh, and I did these dots. How about I make these white as well. I'll go with a white and make my brush bigger or smaller. White, white, white. And where is my, oh, I'm going to do one more thing, which is occurs on both of these tests, is a use of quadrants. And I make a fill that. I'm going to have to fill this. Well, I'll do it on both, do it just so it looks like a better pattern here. And I'll fill this with gray, edit, fill, background color. And now I'm going to take this and go Command D, and because I'm coming up some of my artwork, I'm going to use one of the modes here so I can see it there. Multiply, color grade, multiply. So there we go. That is covers the first half of this quiz. And now I'm going to go to the second half of this quiz. So really what I want to do is, I could open up a new file, 8.5 by 11 by 72, and make new guides, or I can just, I'll do that. File, new, inches. Eight 25 by 11 by 72 by grayscale, create, and then very quickly, let me start over again. 4 1/4, 4 by, I want to go 5.5, and I'm going to put idea 4. Do this again, put that in the center, so I get my 4 in the right place. 4, 4. Moving this center point, this makes it easier to get arithmetic. All right, I'm gonna go get my banana from the other one, except for it is in transform. So let me go and just load it up again. Open recent banana. And over. And then file, open recent flowers. Right over. There's my flowers. There's my banana. And Command T on the flowers. Transform, edit, transform, edit, scale. There we go. And I'm around. I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I could do the same thing. I found that this, I've used the magic wand tool before. Try to quick selection tool on my flowers. Very easy. And then I want to come up here and make that smaller. And then go layer mask, review it all. And I want to make my foreground background color default, delete, oops, Command Z. And this is here's an opportunity to demonstrate the quick mask, which is really not on the test, but I'm going to do it because I see that I didn't get the stems. So I'll just demonstrate this quick mask one last time, because it's quick. Note the quick mask shows up as quick mask. If you remember that, and I can actually just paint this in. Put my shift key down and paint a straight line. Shift, and so I'm working on a mask right here. This quick mask comes in really handy. Oops, I lost my brush. When you're doing something quick, shift, and then I can just go back over here and click that button, and there's my mask. And now I'll go over here, not my mask, there's my selection. Turn right into a selection. As you remember, if I can click that button again, it becomes a mask and you can work on it. And it goes away in the channels dialog. It's gone. But I've got a layer mask here with nothing on it, and I'm going to hit delete, and I got rid of the white. Oh, wait a minute. Let's try that again. I've got to be on the mask itself. Hit delete. Try that again. See, I'm not seeing it showing up here. Delete. And Command D. I don't know why it didn't show up in the mask. Is it deleted? Yes, it is deleted. But it's not masked out. Very strange. And I don't think that had anything to do with the quick mask. At any rate, it is deleted. Then so I'm going to go forward without trying to spend a whole bunch of time figuring out why I don't have my mask there. I duplicated it. I'll do the same thing here. Edit, transform, flip vertically, just for the composition's sake. Put my banana on the top. And I'm going to be doing something different, which is to say, I'm going to go take that banana off right now and put that within the quadrant and make a new layer, put it underneath the layer, and I'm going to make a use the quadrant and fill this, because I'm going to put a filter on it, but I got to fill it with something, and I'm going to go, I can do it this way. This is kind of nice because this is a definite color. Fill 50%, fill 50% gray. This is the mode. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to fill 50% gray. There's a 50% gray going on there. I get up close to it. I go filter, noise, add noise. And we want to add some, a noise that I can see. And that's certainly a noise that I can see. And there we have noise and I'm going to go back to the flowers, the Command D, and put a mode on that so we can see the noise through the, interesting, noise through the flowers. Maybe which one do you want to do? Something that you can see. Not that linear works or multiplied works. There we got noise through the flowers. And now I'm going to do something else. I'm going to go to my banana. Let's take, let's see if we can make that mask work again by masking out what's outside of this quadrant. See if it'll work this time. So I'm on the mask. Got my foreground background color. And I got it on that mask with a frame. Oh, it's going to be, I'm going to deselect that. On that mask, this is very strange. Option delete. It filled it. See, these are two frames. And the idea here is that I unlock that. This links the mask to the image, but it's selecting both, and it should only be selecting one. Oh, that's very curious. I'm going to go back over this other one. There, you see, you see how that's selected, that's framed up and selected. That's not. So if I go over here and this is the bottom flower. If I go over here and take this and be on this, take my brush, I'll make the brush big. I'm getting the background back because I'm erasing the mask. And there's the mask. I'm doing this because I want to make sure there's the mask on the banana. That's what I just did on the mask, and it's revealing the background. And I'm doing this for myself, actually, because I'm making sure that it's working like it's supposed to, because it's not over here. It's not working the same way. Everybody get that? Do I get it? See, I'm on the mask. When I'm on the mask, right there, I'm engaged in the mask, and I just made that brush out of the mask, revealing the background color, and it's not doing anything to this, the image. Now, why is that? I wish somebody could tell me. Anybody know? Why is that? Why are these two things selected at the same time? That has never happened before, to me anyway. That means I'm gonna clip. That's the clipping. I got my option key held down. I don't know why that's working here. Very strange. You know, this isn't going to have any bearance on your test. What's going on here? But I wanted to get rid of this. Getting back to where I was. Let me move this stuff over. And control down. There we go. I wanted to get rid of this flowers, so I could do something neat with the banana. Command. Well, I'm going to duplicate this banana. Keep the original. And Command T and make this one. Command T and make it small, very small, very small. And move it up here. Return. And then I'm going to come in here and make a selection of it. This is new. Edit. Define pattern. Pattern number 9. Okay. And I'm going to go Command D and let me make another layer here so I can get rid of my, so it'll be blank, not have that banana on it. So this is a blank layer. These are 2 bananas. And I'm going to come in here and make a selection of my quadrant and go edit, fill, pattern. This is where you might need to watch this video if you can't remember how to do this, because this is brand new. We haven't done it. Yay! Lots of bananas. Yay! And then I'm going to put something underneath it, like another. Oh, maybe I should do the large banana. Oh, let me see. I need to duplicate that again for my next thing. And I'm going to go the large banana, and I'm going to put it underneath the little bananas. Oops. Command D, do that selection anymore. V to move my large banana. And the large banana down here, underneath the little bananas. That's the little bananas. And then I can put a mode on this. Oh, can I? Well, let's put a mode on it first, see what happens. Oh, that's interesting. That's better. And if I was to go here, I'm going to try to do this again and see if it works. I'm going to make a selection here, and I'm going to go select inverse. Of course, I will not know if you're using layer masks or not, because you're going to send it flattened. But I'm just going to try this thing that I can't. And this is a selection that wouldn't work before, but now it's going to work. That's a selection, that's not. And I hit delete. Now it works. How about that? So I've been doing this for 21 years, and not every time, but I always learn something new. It's always like, how did that happen? And now it's working right. I can't tell you why, but there's always a surprise. So I can disable that, and I got my banana back. Anyway, we all know how to do that. So that's interesting. So now the next thing I want to do is put a drop shadow on the flowers, and so I'm going to do that. And we're almost done, except for I got to remember to put a name on it. So there I'm on the bottom flowers, and I'm going to go to come out and push this out a little bit. Layer style, drop shadow, and then I can do any, all the stuff up here with changing the angles and size, etc. And that's good enough. And this right here is at the edge of the selection I made. It's edge. There's edge pixels in here that are. If I just go to this here, I can delete it. Those are edge pixels on this drop shadow. And I should be able to just get in here, because I can't see them, and delete them like that. Just so you know what those are. Because when I made that original selection to get rid of the background, the pixels right underneath it were left. And I don't know why I can't get, oops. Well, we'll leave that, because if that mask is not working. So I'm painting, but here we're back to this issue. Back to this frame coming up twice. It didn't happen here. Look, no frame. Frame. Now, it's none of this stuff up here. These are I can lock the transparency, or lock it so they can't brush, or lock the move, lock the entire layer. That's what those icons are. Anyway, we'll do that. I got a drop shadow. In fact, I'm going to cover it up because I am going to do another filter, and that'll be it. I'm going to go and make a layer above this and fill it with gray. Edit, fill, gray. Okay. And then I have to have something on a layer to put a filter on it. Now I'm going to go, and I'm giving you this tip that's on the test. Filter, of course, filter gallery, because it's hard to find. And I just did this the other day, so that it came right up. But let's pretend it didn't come up. Cancel this, we'll try it again. Filter gallery. Note that the center of this is up here and it's not in the center. That's a problem. But I'm going to back out of this and go to artistic. And I have all of these different things that can go on. And really where this is filter gallery, halftone pattern. It's right there. And the problem is, again, I want the center of this vortex in the center because I'm making kind of a black hole where the banana is going to go in. And the way to get that to work is be on the layer and make a selection of it. So that's selected. And now when I go to filter gallery, I got it right in the center. And that can, of course, can be any size you want. But we're looking for a halftone circle, and then you got dots, and you got lines, but we're looking for a circle right there. I go, okay. And the very last thing I'm going to do is take my banana, big banana that I saved right here, and Command D, deselect the selection, V, go to move tool, and bring that banana, and I want to go and transform it. Command T, edit, transform, scale, and twist it. Oh, I gotta go. I can't. Command T. I can't pull it. I can't twist it, and then get it in the center here, and then go edit, transform, distort. You see, there's the keystroke for. Well, this is again, but I got to go and choose distort, and then I can make it like it's going right into the bullseye. And there we go. The only other thing is this isn't centered. I did this whole thing and I didn't center it. Unbelievable. I wonder if because that's an issue. It's supposed to be centered. So let's fix it. Let's fix it. So I'm going to go and find the center point. That's 5.5. See, I went too fast the first time. And 4 1/4, that's the center point. And this has to go, now I'm gonna bring my crosshairs down. And I'm gonna go 4 and 4. And I'm gonna take, because I have nothing on the background layer, I can take all of this. Put it out. That's it. Shift, select all of this, and move it up so it fits. Yay. Now that means I got an A. If it wasn't centered, you lose a point. So every 10, 9, 8, 7, everything you just can't match up. And most people do a good job on this test. It's not all that hard. And all the techniques I have just covered on both presentations here. Your name. And then I want to make this, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do a layer style, and I'm also going to throw in this text warp thing. Got to have this text tool selected. I like that. Warp it. Anything you want. Okay. Layer style, bevel emboss. Whatever you want, chisel hard. Okay. 2 layer styles. Layer style. And that covers a whole bunch of stuff without addressing color, but it does, this little quiz does address where color is, image adjustment, all of this stuff, because we're using levels and invert. So it is showing us, or me, what all this stuff is. And that is it, folks. It's been fun. It's been a fun semester. As fun as it could be. Anybody have any questions out there? in the universe.
Wait, so is this gonna be on the YouTube channel, this recorded?
Yes,
Okay, and this is the final?
this is the final. You're going to take it next week after you show your video. And you can refer to the YouTube channel or anything else that you want to look at online, such as Apple keystrokes or Mac, Adobe keystrokes for Photoshop, and you get all the keystrokes.
Okay, is there also a quiz?
I've just given it. I've presented everything you're going to do in the a written quiz. Yes, it's this. It's this. It's these keystrokes. It's very simple.
Okay.
It's all those keystrokes. I demonstrated them, but they won't be on the video because I'm making you do a little homework by searching for them, and that way I think that you'll learn them. I do this even if it was in the classroom. I do the same way. In fact, go ahead.
That paper with the question, is that on the box?
Not yet. Not until after you show your video next week. Then
But we have to fill that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna send it back to me. It's a Word document.
Okay.
And it's also instructions for the image quiz as well.
Okay. And for the final, we're doing this in front of you?
No, I'm gonna say after our videos, I'm gonna say goodbye, good luck, everybody, and then I'm gonna upload the imagery and this Word document, and you'll have till midnight to turn it around and get it back to me.
And we have to email it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be flat. It's going to be a JPEG, and so it should go quickly. And it's only 72 DPI. So you email me 3 things: 2 of these, this, and the Word document.
So 2 different versions.
Yeah, it'll be 2 different versions. And the reason for that is if we were in the classroom, it'll be a midterm, which is easy, and on a final, which is a little harder because you get more techniques. But I cover them all here.
Wait, so how do we do 2 versions of this if we have one for instruction?
You'll have 2 versions. You'll have a file that looks like this and a file that looks like this, and there'll be PDF files. It won't be Photoshop files, I think.
But how do we make a second one if we only made one for the instructions?
You open 2 files.
Oh, so there's going to be another one that's already.
Yeah, look, here's the instructions. Open 2 8.5 by Photoshop files, 72 grayscale. I did in my presentation here, I did the same thing. I opened 2 of them. There's 1. There's 2, right? You'll have to do the same thing. And they will, even though I use the same imagery, you'll get different imagery, but they look different, and there's different techniques on both of these. That's the simple one. This one's a little more difficult. That makes sense?
Wait, so I'm really confused. The first one is like completely different than the second one. But on your paper,
yeah,
it looks like.
Here, look at me. There is the first one.
Yeah.
That's
which is
the squash
4 different. It's like 4 different squares.
Yeah, just like the screen where my cursor is. Right
yeah.
now. And the second one is the same thing, 4 different squares, but the imagery is different. This one here, I just use the same imagery. I could have used an apple and an orange. I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It isn't really the imagery that's important, it's the techniques that are important. And I did the techniques not in the order of what I'm going to give you, because I want you to interpret them on your own, demonstrating your skill sets, not just replicating my explanations.
Okay.
If we're in the classroom, I would present all of this on the screen in front of you, and then you would come back a week later and do it from scratch. See, and I've taught it. I couldn't do that using the imagery itself, because you can just look at the video and follow it. So in this classroom, I present it, teach you how to do it one class before the last class, and then you had to demonstrate the last class. And it's a way, it's not a hard test. It's just, do you know these techniques? And you should, by following the video, you can transform them from a apple to a clock, or a banana to a clock, or a banana to the squash head. You get it?
Yeah, I have one last question though about the video.
Okay.
Whenever I try to export it, it says my disks are full, so I can't export it.
You render it. You mean render it.
Yeah, that's what I did, and it says my disks are full, so I can't render it.
How big is your video?
How do I know?
Image size.
It says 2.64 M.
All right, here. Can you see my screen?
Yeah,
Image size. How many pixels is it?
1280 by 720.
Okay, what's the resolution?
100.
All right, so you want to take that resolution to 72 and half, divide your pixels in half, and then keep this linked. So I've got 612, so for mine it'd be 3, 6. You would half it. Understand?
So what's my resolution?
72. It should be 72.
No, I mean my width and my height. I don't know what.
Do you see my screen here?
Yeah,
This is image size, width. There's the width.
yeah.
What's your width?
It was 1280 by 720, but I changed the resolution to 72, so it went to 922 by 518.
Well, undo it, because you had this click, all these 3 lines clicked with this.
Oh, I see.
And this is very important. We talked about this early on. Unlink it, and that's going to stay the same. I can change this to anything I want.
No, it's not letting me change it. Wait.
You got to hit the resample button, and it'll unlink it. In fact, I can.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Okay, good. I can unlink the width and size. That'll change the canvas size.
Okay, wait. Let me try to export now. I have a feeling it's still not going to work. Let's see. Yeah, my scratch disks are full. It won't let me.
Do you have any other software open on your machine?
No, I closed everything, and I also purged my Photoshop.
Did you dump your trash?
Yeah.
The
only thing, I mean, I can't render it, so I feel like the only thing I can give you is like my Photoshop file.
Well, I'll do that, and we'll render it from the box.
Okay, I'll put it on the box.
And we'll do that, or I'll download it and render it.
Okay.
So when you do that, would you send me an email so we're not sitting around here waiting for it to render? I can render it offline.
Yeah.
Or off class. Send me an email. I've uploaded my Photoshop file to the box. Render it for me, please. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Everybody, all right out there?
Question.
Tiffany.
I'm having trouble moving my text in the video.
Michaela's taking a bath right now.
Okay. Do you want to take the screen?
Sure, because when I move it, it moves it as if I'm like creating a motion, and I'm not trying to do that.
All right. Well, let's see it.
Okay.
Okay, you got it.
Like I try to move it, and it's creating it as like it's a motion, but I'm not trying to do it.
I need to see your I can't see the timeline. You need to put that timeline back in the application window so we can see both things at the same time. Do you know how to do that? Something like, there we go.
Oh, didn't do it. Wait.
There now. Oh, we can't see now we can't see the other window, the image. It's over there. Oh my. Go up to window, a workspace. See arrange. All of those are different configurations. Tile all horizontally down there. Oh, it didn't change. All right, well, let's try to figure it out from the way you got it then. Because you can arrange these windows so they can go like this or they can go like that. That's what that arrange means. But move your playhead. So the type is not moving. You want this. There is freedom to move. It's not there. Open up the video group. All right, so there is, okay, so we're on a type, it's a transform. You want to put a marker in transform. So put the type where you want to start it on the screen. I think you did this before. You had it moving. You want to start?
Okay, I'm not trying to make it move. I'm trying to like move it up, if that makes sense. But when I move it, it creates the motion. I'm not trying to create a motion.
You're not trying to create a motion.
No, I'm just trying to move it, like where it's placed on the video.
So click on the type itself in the layers.
Okay.
There, now go and grab the type on the screen. Click, drag. No, you're not on you're.
Yeah, it keeps moving to the video, so I don't know why it's doing that.
Take that type and move it out of the video group. Move it above the video group.
Okay.
There, somewhere, anywhere, just above, there.
No.
Now move it.
I know.
Oh, okay. I see what I have to do. I have to take it out of the group to move it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then that was my issue. Okay, thank you.
All right. So this is window. Oh, I got the screen back, everybody. Everybody can see my screen. I was just trying to figure out this window arrange, because I never said that. To arrange. Oh, let me go to workspace motion. There's my timeline. Window arrange. 2 up vertically. There. Tiffany, that's what you're doing. Arrange. And I didn't ever talk about this because I don't change it. 2 up horizontally. There. I got like 3. So arrange. Now I want to get it back. 2 up horizontally. I just did that. Anyway, this is where where your issue was with the vertical windows. Reset new workspace, and I could save that. And I don't use these. I just go with the default. workspace, essentials, default.
Oh, we can't see the screen.
Well, I asked if you could see the screen. Thanks for telling me. And nobody said anything. Now you can see the screen. And all I was doing was exploring this Windows arrange, all this tile stuff, which Tiffany had selected one of these, and I was trying to get it back to the default workspace motion. And I've got these 3 windows, and so I'm gonna have to fiddle around with this to get it back to the default workspace. Anyway, that's where it's at. I was in right now, and I have not consolidated to all tabs. Folks, good luck figuring this out. Tiffany, that's what you were in here and change your workspace. And I'm not sure how to change it back because it doesn't have a back on here. Consolidate to all tabs. There it is. There it is. That's the answer. That's the answer right there. If you do that, Tiffany will get back to your default. All right, folks, it's been fun. Any other questions or we're done? We're done.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye,
Thank
next
you.
week.
Bye.
Okay, bye.